Hey everybody, welcome back. This is video 2 of our OSPF video series for Cisco Modeling Labs. In the first video, I set up everything that's in the square. In this video, my prep time, I did a left switch and a right switch. I didn't program anything on it. I just wanted to connect it, so I had a marker to show what interfaces I was going to use. And then also, I set up those interfaces already with an interface ETH 0/1 and then the IP address on both sides. You can see that I kind of screwed it up on the left router, which isn't going to really cause a problem, but I made it a /30 instead of a /24. So we'll go change that real quick. Okay, so now everything looks pretty good. So if I want to share something from this side to this side using OSPF, I have to put a network statement inside of my OSPF packet, right? So when it sends that packet for updates, it's going to send those updates and share that information so this side will know about this side and vice versa. What I usually tell my students is when you're setting up static routes, it's anything that's not directly connected, right? So if you've ever dealt with static routes, anything that's not directly connected needs to be set up, right? But we're dealing with OSPF specifically now, so anything that is directly connected that you want advertised. So if you want the .3 network advertised to the .2 network, then you have to make a network statement for that, right? And so we can see that if I do a so I'm going to try to ping that and see what happens. I'm just trying to ping on this side of the router, and it's probably going to say, I don't know where that is, right? So there's no rate, but if I do a 1.1, it gives me a success rate of 100% because those are both included on OSPF. So what we want to do is, we want to go to router, which I've already got this set up, right? But I wanted to show you that's how I entered my OSPF like we did last time. Network 192.168.3.0 255.255.255.0 and area 0. The best way to think about areas that I've found to explain to my students when I'm teaching is that areas are established in a way that it takes the pressure off of all of the devices in the system, because you do have a default gateway. So you know that these here are going to go out this left router to get to wherever it is, right? So you could just do an area 1 here, an area 1 here, and then an area 0 here, if you wanted to. But for right now, I'm going to set it up this way, just so it makes it easier on us, and there's not too much load on it because we're not really passing traffic at all. So we'll go in here and we'll do the same thing with the router OSPF 1, right? And every time you type in a command, check that command and make sure that it works or that you have it correct, because that'll save you a lot of headache and trouble in the future. So now we're just doing network 192.168.2.0 area 0. Okay, so we tried to ping earlier, so let's try to ping now. So we got 100%, right? Because that packet has been shared. This network was packeted up here and shared over to the OSPF to update its adjacency. So if I do the 192.168.3.1, so then it's shared again, right? So everything's good. Now we're connected. So the basics of it that we want to kind of extrapolate from this is you have to put a network statement for anything that you want OSPF to share across, in its updates, right? So you have to make sure that that's in there. If you have any questions, also the last thing that I would say is do write mem both of them just in case, so you don't have to go through setting it up again unless you want a lot of practice. And the last thing I'll say is, you know, I'll have another video going over probably OSPF or DHCP, just depending, because I'm trying to build this from the middle out. That way everyone can kind of understand how things are working. Thank you for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, because I'm going to try to do at least 2 videos a week, maybe more. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.